Hello and what is up guys, Jack here from Ezekiel Gaming HD, and this is episode 3 of my player review series, so feel free to check out the other episodes in the series playlists for other reviews in FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. So this episode is going to be on a silver French striker who goes by the name of Lacazette, and I've had the pleasure of playing with him. Yes, very funny, I've had the pleasure of playing him because of a squad builder I used him in, and I noticed he's quite expensive and maybe people were wondering if he was worth it or not. So first things first, I'm going to go through the price of him on all platforms. Of course, like usual, Xbox is the cheapest, followed by PlayStation very closely, and then PC. Not a huge difference between the prices though. I was expecting a little bit more of a variety in prices. On Xbox he seems to go for between 30 and 35k depending on position and formation, and not far off that is PlayStation, but for PC it seems to go up to about 45k on average, which isn't a too big a jump if you think about some of the other players, that there are a big vast jump in price. What I noticed though on PC, there doesn't seem to be a lot on the market. Someone paid 80,000 coins and someone paid 18,000 coins, one after another, so it really depends on what deal you can get him on, and also you need to have a good idea of what's the maximum you should buy him for. Also, I've predicted his price, so from what I can see, Lacazette has held his price over the last month or so, but I expect maybe he'll go down little by little, but it's not worth waiting for him to go down because he's going down so slowly in price. You might as well just buy him, use him for a week or two, and then sell him. You won't really lose much coins. Anyway, moving on to some actual gameplay of this beast. Unfortunately, the stats I've got to show you on the screen aren't his real in-game stats with 9 chemistry and full morale, because the gameplay was filmed so long ago. I don't have him anymore and I couldn't get his in-game stats. But what I've had to do is I've put the stats with full with 6 chemistry and neutral morale, so it's not far off. You still see where his pros and cons are, so it's still okay, but I do apologise for that. So that starts me off getting into his pros and cons. What do I like and what don't I like about him? Starting off with his bad points then, for me, one of his biggest things I noticed about Lacazette is the fact he is just on and off all the time. Some games he is just on the ball all the time, any decent chance he gets he finishes. Sometimes I forget I even have him on the pitch. I know a lot of you will think, yeah, well it must be because you're not passing to him, but maybe I think it's because when you play against silver teams, you just get a real up and down in quality of not just teams you play against, but also the quality in the actual person controlling that team. Sometimes it's like he scores when he wants to, almost like the old Van Persie saying. Also, another thing I notice about Lacazette is the fact that he's not very strong, although sometimes his pace does push through the defence, especially centre backs. If they're a silver team, they're usually not as fast and strong as him. Well, to be honest with you, those are the real weaknesses. I can't think of many more for now. Moving over to his strengths, or so-called strengths, I would firstly say is his pace. His pace is noticeably good, but yet not overpowering. So you do notice that he does have the speed dribbler trait as well, which means he can change direction a lot better at a faster speed, and also keep the ball control close to himself. That also leads me on to the fact that his dribbling is also really good. Also, he doesn't have the highest stats for dribbling, but to me it seems like he's a lot better than the proposed stats that are on his card. Again, maybe it's linked with the fact that he's got the speed dribbler trait. Lastly, another outstanding area of his game is his finishing and just generally shooting. Whether it's his weak foot or his strong foot, he seems to put away most of the chances he gets for me. I guess in some ways I look at Lacazette as a silver like Remy, but then again there are some aspects that aren't similar, like his strength is a little low in comparison and he isn't as tall as him. But for a silver French or League One team, he is a must buy for me. For his price, I think he's worth the coins, but at the same time, he isn't a bargain. You basically get what you pay for, but at a very low risk because he holds his price very well. So on screen, I've outlined a few things in short for you, just in case you didn't understand what I said or you just missed something in the review. In the meantime, if there is a player that you'd like me to review, then let me know in the comment section below, please. But before you do, check the series playlist because I might have already done that player. Also, if you can remember to leave a like on this video and also subscribe if you haven't already, that would help my channel grow fantastically. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye. Hello and what is up guys, Jack here from Ezekiel Gaming HD, and this is episode 15 of the Squad Builder series. Feel free to check out the other episodes in the series playlist for other great teams to use in FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. This episode is going to be on a 7,500 coin fast French team, and I cannot explain how good this team really is. A lot of the players in this team I wasn't expecting to actually be any good, but they really surprised me. If you want to see this team in action, see some gameplay with them, I use them in my Path to Success series and they won me a lot of games. I think it was around 11.